Hello, everyone. Thank you for spending time with us today. My name is Melissa Lopez with Bank of America. My NMLS number is 618962, and I'm a credit solutions advisor at our Cedar Springs and Knight location in Dallas, Texas. I have been given 10 powerful minutes to share with you Bank of America's community home ownership commitment. We're going to go ahead and start with our first slide, which is our Bank of America's community homeownership commitment. So 2 years ago, Bank of America committed $5 billion of our own funds with the plan to create 20,000 new homeowners across the U.S. I'm very proud to say that we did it. We have recently tripled our commitment to our community to $15 billion in the hopes to now create 60,000 new homeowners. This is how we are making things possible. Our America's Home Grant offers up to $7,500 in closing cost assistance. Our down payment grant program offers 3% of the purchase price with a max of $10,000. Our grants together can offer up to $17,500 in total grant assistance. Our affordable loan solutions and Freddie Mac Home Possible are just two loan programs that each start with a down payment minimum as low as 3%. Next slide. Now, understanding the down payment and closing cost savings programs can be overwhelming. However, Bank of America does have credit solutions advisors that are knowledgeable in not only our program, but the programs of any additional state, local housing agencies, and nonprofit organizations who can also help with assistance. These include Habitat for Humanity and the City of Dallas. Together with eligible loans, each program can offer assistance in closing costs, down payment, and monthly payment assistance. Eligibility for Bank of America's grant program and others may depend on income, location of the property, home price, or being a first-time home buyer. It's very important to connect with a bank representative to discuss all your options to help you gain home ownership. Now we'll move on to the next slide so we can get into some details on the actual grants themselves. So what exactly is the down payment grant program? The down payment grant gives 3% of the purchase price with a max of $10,000, whichever is less towards the home purchase. Now, in most cases, grants have a first-time home buyer requirement. It is very important to remember, Bank of America requires the home buyer to be purchasing a primary residence. Now, let me stress that again. Most grant programs require a first-time home buyer, meaning you have never purchased a home before. However, Bank of America allows you to be buying a primary residence and still be eligible. So if you have purchased a home in years before, or you currently are a homeowner needing to relocate, maybe upsize or downsize your home, you can still be eligible for our grant program. Things that are important to know that you will see on our slide are funds for the down payment can truly only be used for down payment. There is no cash back. You will get a 1099 for the exact amount used towards the down payment. You do have to take a homebuyer education course from one of our approved providers. Now, these do range in cost. There are some providers who offer free classes, but there are some that do range in up to $85 or more. The best part is, though, you can select from the provider on one of our lists on who you'd like to take your class with. You do have to sign a letter of understanding that explains the terms of the grant. You must meet certain requirements that include qualifying income and property location. And lastly, you do have to be buying a primary home residence. Now let's go on to the next slide to hear about the America's Home Grant. Our America's Home Grant program also has its own eligibility requirements. This grant offers closing costs for up to $7,500 towards non-reoccurring costs. Now, non-reoccurring costs are costs that will no longer be owed after the purchase of a home, which includes title insurance, title fees, any lender fees, or any discount points. Those are all a one-time charge. Important things to know about the closing cost grant are there is no money back to the buyer. This is a true grant that's applied to the loan, and no funds will be exchanged between lender and buyer. You do still need to sign a letter of understanding that explains the term of the grant. You must meet certain criteria that includes qualifying income and property location. And of course, you must be buying a primary residence. Next slide. One of the best things about our grant program is that it's ours. What I mean by that is we have the ability to structure a loan ensuring it meets the needs of our buyer. Whether this is someone who qualifies for a conventional affordable loan product or Home Possible, a veteran using a VA loan or an FHA loan, Bank of America will only look at the applying applicant's eligibility to ensure they are getting the best option we can offer. Everything we do to determine eligibility and issuance of our grant is internal. We can layer the grant, giving up to $17,500 in down payment and closing cost assistance, or we can use the grants individually. Outside the important things mentioned previously, Bank of America also does not require repayment of the grant funds at any time. As a reminder, you can also qualify for local or state assistance that can help you with buying a home at an affordable cost. Please feel free to visit Bank of America Down Payment Center or my direct website for additional information. I do encourage you all to reach out to your local Bank of America Credit Solutions advisor to discuss your options. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, everyone. I am Gracie Perez, and I welcome you to the Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation's Home Buyer Program presentation. I have been trained and certified by TShock to provide you with information regarding their programs. I hope that by the end of this presentation or class, you have a better understanding of what TShock is and how we can help you with buying a home in the future. For those of you who are not familiar with the Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation, they are a statewide nonprofit created at the direction of the Texas legislature. Their mission is to serve the housing needs of low-income and moderate-income Texans. They have several programs, including home buyer programs to help individuals and families buy a home in Texas. Those programs include the Homes for Texas Heroes and the Home Sweet Texas Home Loan Program. Through these programs, they help almost 2,000 families buy a home each year. The main difference between the two programs are the eligible professions. The Home Sweet Texas Home Loan Program is open to anyone, regardless of profession, and the Homes for Texas Heroes Home Loan Program is open to teachers, veterans, police officers, correction officers, EMS personnel, and firefighters. Both programs require the individual or family to meet certain income limits for the county they are purchasing the home. Now, TShock offers two types of assistance to help home buyers understand both the Home Sweet Texas and Homes for Texas Heroes Home Loan programs. This assistance is available statewide with no limitation on location. The first type of assistance is a low interest rate mortgage loan with down payment assistance attached to the loan. The loan is a 30-year fixed rate mortgage loan and may be an FHA, VA, USDA, or conventional mortgage loan. The assistance can be used for down payment and to help you cover your closing costs as well. The second type of assistance is a special mortgage interest income tax credit. This income tax credit will help reduce the amount of income taxes you owe to the IRS by as much as $2,000 a year, every year, as long as you live in the home. By reducing the amount of income taxes you owe, this increases your take-home pay, which may be used to help you pay for your mortgage payment. This tax credit may be combined with the down payment assistance as well. So not only does TShock help you get into your home with the down payment assistance, but they also provide an income tax credit, which might help you pay your monthly payments. I will provide more detail on both types of assistance on the next slide. Loans with down payment assistance. Several options are available. If you would like to participate in the down payment assistance program, you will have 3 different percentage levels of down payment assistance available to you. It will be up to you to decide which assistance option you need. Now, your loan officer can help you and guide you to decide what is best for you as well. Please note that the lower the amount of assistance you choose, the lower the interest rate will be on a 30-year fixed interest rate mortgage. You can check with your loan officer for interest rates as they do change often. You do have some flexibility when using the funds. You can put the money towards your down payment, closing cost, or reduce loan balance, or any combination of the 3. It all depends on your specific scenario when buying a home. Also, you do not have to be a first-time home buyer to use the TShock's down payment assistance program. However, it must be used to purchase your primary home. It cannot be on a departure home. As well, you may choose whichever mortgage loan type works best for you, whether it's an FHA, VA, USDA, or conventional loan product. Your loan officer will help you decide which is the best program for you as well. Loans with down payment assistance. The down payment assistance comes in 2 forms. The grant assistance that borrowers receive never needs to be repaid. There are no strings attached. You don't have to purchase in a certain area of Texas, or you don't need to stay in the property for any period of time. This is a true gift. The option 2, it's a 3-year deferred forgivable second lien. This is a great new option that became available December 2nd, 2019. This allows for someone to choose any of our loan types and assistance level. It also provides a lower interest rate on the first lien than, when you compare it with the grant. The grant has to basically stay with the home for the grant it's available to you. It's a true gift that never needs to be repaid. And the second lien, you do have to keep a second lien for at least 3 years. The second form of assistance is my personal favorite, and I like to call it the gift that keeps on giving. This special mortgage interest tax credit is called a Mortgage Credit Certificate, or MCC. This is a first-time home buyer program, with the definition of a first-time home buyer being anyone who hasn't had ownership interest in a primary residence for the last 3 years. As we discussed, an MCC gives a homeowner the ability to claim an income tax credit equal to 20% of the mortgage interest paid annually. This credit may be used every year for the life of the loan as long as they occupy the home as their primary residence. One of the best features of an MCC is that it can help you it can help your home buyer qualify by reducing the debt to income ratio on the mortgage loan, which gives your home buyer more buying power. Remember, this tax credit may be combined with TShock's down payment assistance at the same time. And it is also free for the Texas Heroes. So here's an example of how the mortgage interest tax credit works. In this example, the loan amount is $200,000 with an interest rate of 5.75. The interest they would spend in a first full year would be $11,500. 20% of that is equal to $2,300. So basically, they would be able to take a tax credit equal to $2,300 that year. Next slide. Now, some folks might be thinking that everyone benefits already from mortgage interest on your income taxes. So why do I need an MCC? This is true, but only holders of an MCC benefit from the dollar-to-dollar credit that an MCC provides. Now, what is the difference between a tax credit and a tax deduction, right? This is important to understand. Tax credits provide a dollar-for-dollar reduction of income tax liability or taxes owed, while tax deductions allowed one to lower the amount of taxable income by the amount of the mortgage interest. As an example, if you pay $5,000 in mortgage interest and your income is $50,000, you can reduce the amount of your taxable income by the amount of interest you paid, which will reduce your taxable income by $45,000. This is the amount of income you will pay income taxes on. A $2,000 reduction, for example, may reduce your tax bill by only $300 to $400. A $2,000 tax credit cuts your tax bill by $2,000. That is some big, big savings. Now, you may be asking yourself, how do I get started? You can visit www.readytobuy@texashome.com. You can click on the Home Buyers and Renters tab at the bottom of the page. You will see the Take Eligibility Quiz. This will walk you through the eligibility criteria with 4 easy questions. Should you not see your job title listed, not to worry. You can just choose my job title is not listed, and then we will be able to help you from there. You can also watch a short video we have prepared for you about the programs. Again, when visiting the Home Buyers and Renters section of readytobuy@texashome.com, you will find the quiz information for the loans with down payment assistance program, more information about the mortgage credit certificate, and many consumer resources, including steps to buying a home and a webinar and the Texas Mortgage Calculator. And that is it. I want to thank you so much for your time today. I hope you are excited about the new opportunity this programs may provide to you. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have for me now. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact me and at the following email, gperez@tsmlending.com, or you can also visit readytobuy@texashome.com. You can also call TShock's homeownership hotline or email as well. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Surya Sharad. I am a housing program coordinator for the DHAP program. DHAP stands for Dallas Home Buyer Assistance Program. The purpose of our program is to provide homeownership opportunities for low to moderate income families, assist with down payment, closing costs, and principal reduction for home purchases in the city of Dallas, as well as stabilizing neighborhoods. Our applicant requirements are that applicants must own and occupy the purchased property as their homestead. Applicant must qualify for a 30-year amortizing fixed rate mortgage from a program approved mortgage lender. Credit must be acceptable, no high cost, subprime loan, adjustable rate mortgages, or interest only loans. Lenders must establish an escrow account for taxes and insurance. Applicant must take a home buyer counseling course within 12 months of the application, in person or online. The course provider must be HUD certified. Applicant must make a minimum initial cash investment of $1,000 towards the purchase of this home, and the applicant must have at least 2 months reserves in their bank account at the time of closing. What that means is just that if your monthly mortgage is $1,000, we want you to have at least $2,000 in the bank when it's time to close. Property requirements. Properties must be located within the city limits of Dallas. This may be verified by entering the property address at http://gis.dallascityhall.com. This property search system will provide the Dallas City Council district that covers such property. Property sales must not exceed the home maximum sales price. For existing properties, that number is $237,000, and for new construction is $251,000. Property must appraise for at least 100% of the sales price. Properties can be single family, detached structures, condominium units, townhouses, or 1 to 4 unit developments. Pretty much anything, long as it's connected to the ground, it doesn't have any wheels, and it's not a treehouse. Properties must be occupied by the owner or borrower. If tenant occupied owners may not enter into a contract for at least 6 months until 6 months after they vacated the property. Properties must meet City of Dallas minimum housing standards, including lead-based paint regulations at the time of closing. Inspections should occur during the contract option period. MHS repairs must be completed prior to closing. The borrower must sign notification, watch out for lead-based paint poisoning. And this is just to make sure that your family is aware of everything it needs to do in order to keep yourself safe. Borrower must receive a copy of the Protect Your Family from Lead in Your Home packet available at the HUD.gov/offices/lead. The booklet may also be reproduced from the DHAP website. Borrower must deliver to seller, who must sign the notice to real property owner seller. Property requirements. HUD real estate owner, or REO, properties built after January 1st, 1978 are eligible for DHAP subsidy. HUD homes must meet all DHAP guidelines. All MHS required repairs must be completed prior to submission of the DHAP loan file. FHA 203K loans are not eligible for DHAP funding. Funding determination and requirements. The maximum assistance available will not exceed, for high opportunity areas, $60,000. High opportunity areas are a census tract areas with poverty rates of 20% or below. Non-high opportunity areas are eligible for up to $40,000. For targeted occupations, the amount is up to $45,000. The actual amount of assistance is based on as needed, determined by the sales price, an approved primary mortgage loan, and closing costs. The primary mortgage loan must meet the following debt to income ratios. Housing expense to income ratios must be at least 26%, not to exceed 32%. And the total debt to income ratio for the back end ratio must not exceed 45%. If you're not sure if the property that you're looking for is in a high opportunity or a non-high opportunity area, I would suggest that you go to our website, dallashousingpolicy.com, and click on home buyers. Once you click there, you can click on high opportunity areas, and it comes with a map where you could type in the address of the property that you're looking at, and it'll tell you whether or not it's in a high opportunity or a non-high opportunity area. Funding determination and requirements. The assistance is a deferred forgivable interest-free loan with forgiveness occurring annually with the residency term of the loan. Okay. The assistance under $15,000 has a 5-year affordability period. Assistance from $15,000 to $40,000 has a 10-year affordability period. And anything above $40,000 has a 15-year affordability period. Home buyers are required to sign home buyer written agreements for the assistance provided. These loans are secured by a second lien on the property. Funding will be provided at closing at an approved title company. Source of funding is provided by Home Investment Partnership Program, Community Development Block Grant Program, and general funds. Subsidies are subject to funding availability at a first come, first served basis. Acceptance of an application for DHAP in no way constitutes a commitment or obligation on part of the City of Dallas. No commitment is made or implied until the City of Dallas has approved the funding for each application. Due to funding limitations, no applicant should assume any commitment, even when an applicant must expend personal funds to meet application requirements. How to apply. Pre-qualification is required. You can visit our website at www.dallashousingpolicy.com. Call us, or you may call us at 214-670-3644 for any information. Thank you.